Lads, don't. And I repeat, under no circumstances should you let this free card pass. Under no circumstances, unless, of course, it turns out that you've just got so many other obligations and you can't get him in the next week. Do not let him pass. Whatever the hell it takes, get this card. Like, there's no reason not to, unless, of course, there's a whole bunch of MT tied to it. But I don't think there is. I think he's going to be an entirely free card. Like, do not let this pass. Like, this video is not going to get uploaded if it turns out that the agendas are, like, silly. If there's, like, an absolutely silly amount of agendas for this card, it's not going to get uploaded. But, I mean, assuming that there aren't, yeah, don't let this card pass. So what am I talking about? So you guys can see right here the agendas for takeover players. You can see Lamar Odom, where you got a bunch of these. I don't even care anymore. You do got a lot of trophies for that, in fairness. But I don't even care anymore because I went and got Lamar Odom by luck. But the different thing is, don't leave this one up to luck. Lamar Odom was good. Don't get me wrong, Lamar Odom is good. But if you have the best team possible in this game, now you've got AK-47 and you've got other guys. Like Lamar Odom's probably not in that best team. He's not objectively better than Giannis, even though he's really, really good. Like Lamar Odom is insane. But lads, there is one card that is coming out today. That is a takeover card, which means he's going to be free. He's going to be in the RNG game modes. It's Donovan Mitchell, who is available until next Monday. Lads, there's going to be agendas for this card. It doesn't matter what the agendas are. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Look at the damn stats. The stats don't lie. And they spell disaster for you if you come up against this card, Samoa Joe. Like, normally when you come up against another man, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But Mitchell's a damn genetic freak. So your chances drastic go down of winning. Shooting guard, point guard, 6'10 wingspan, huge player build. Hot zones 3 of the 5 spots. Look at these stats though. 90 driving dunk, 93 sweep ball, 90 acceleration, or 90 lateral quickness, 89 3-point shot, half quick for his step. He's got goal clamp breaker. Really solid rebounding stats. Really good defensive stats as well. Great defensive badge as well. And again, look at the animations. So he's a Donovan Mitchell release on normal, which is a really good release. The Donovan Mitchell leaner, which is really nice. As well as that jaw dribble style and the Donovan Mitchell size up, which is the exact same as last year. Unbelievable animations. We were labbing with Donovan Mitchell talking about how he could be the best damn card in the game if he's a point guard. He's got Huff, again, fast switch, limitless takeoff, and quick for his step. Some really good badges. So let's go and compare him to, Westbrook. Actually, no, let's compare the Rose. Compare the Rose and Westbrook. Westbrook probably has better total stats because of the rebounding. But versus Rose, minus 114 total stats. Sure, a lot of it is in, like, post-look, but he's got way better interior and way better blocks. He's not getting mashed as easily. Even though, again, I don't think interior matters too much for mashing. Ball handle doesn't matter. Passing vision. Passing accuracy does matter. I will say passing accuracy does matter as a stat because, well, no bullet. 3-point shot, like 5 difference. His release is equally as good. Tendo's better, way better driving dunk tendency than Rose, which is, again, very, very important. And let's check defensive tendos. Slightly worse on ball steal. But again, in terms of badges, sure, he doesn't get like the finishing badges of Derrick Rose, but he gets Agent 3, he gets slippery off ball, neither of them come with limitless range. They both get half quick for his step. He gets gold instead of half clamp breaker. Okay, that's better for Derrick Rose. But he comes with way more defensive badges. I think off rip, he's at least comparable. He is at least, player build wise, they're about the exact same as well. He is at least comparable to Derrick Rose, lads. Lads, we have got a card right here that is basically Derrick Rose 2.0. Like, do we run him at the shooting guard position? That's the question. Do we go double ball handlers? Like, this guy puts to shame the Donovan Mitchell from last year. So let's compare him. Obviously, Westbrook might have better total stats. If he has better total stats than Westbrook, he's the damn best. I just want to put it out there. If he has better total stats than Westbrook, he has 78 better stats than Westbrook. 35 in number standing dunk. Shot IQ doesn't count. 25 in post up, but still. Plus 29 interior on Westbrook. Plus 28 block. And as a guard, obviously they're not the end of the world, but they're at least comparable. In terms of total badges, on Westbrook you've got 26, 36, 39. But on Donovan Mitchell, you've got 32, 40, 43. You got 4 extra total badges on Donovan Mitchell. Sure, he's got 7 less Huffs. And that's where the issue is that he does come with 7 less Hall of Fame badges. But it doesn't matter. I'm not saying Westbrook or Mitchell's better than Westbrook. I'm not saying Mitchell's better than Rose. Heck, I'm not even saying Mitchell's better than Steve Francis. The issue is, you only get one trophy case card. If you haven't started right now, if you haven't started, go get Mitchell and get a big. Go, if you have not started yet of any of these, go get Mitchell and go get yourself, if you want to get Jimmy Butler eventually, go yourselves a Junior Salgaskis. If you guys don't give a damn about getting Jimmy Butler, go get, and you want to get Clyde Drexler, go get yourself Arvydas Sabonis. Go get yourself a big. Simple as that. Go and get yourself a damn big in this game if you have not yet committed to getting a D-Rose or locked in the tokens for D-Rose. If you're just starting at the game now, get a big with your first trophy case card if you can. So everyone who didn't go for a point guard is looking smart right now. Like anyone who went, to be fair, anyone who did go for like a small forward lock isn't looking too smart. Anyone who went for a Wally Zerbiak, anyone who went for a big man, heck, even Alonzo Mourning with Shaq release apparently is chicken. Like, apparently upper is the most important thing for speed this year, which is mad because for years upper literally didn't change anything for speed. But lads, we are looking at an absolute god in this game. Donovan Mitchell. They even photoshopped the Cavs jersey onto him. Like, freaking Mitchell. Imagine being able to run with Mitchell. Imagine if you had like Mitchell Zerbiak. Or is he? Yeah. If you want to run Mitchell Wally, AK, Blake, and Gobert. One of the most like ridiculous things in the game. You need, and I repeat, need to get this card. And like, there's not that many cards. Like, I'm not normally one to say that like you must get a card. Like, I will always I'll always be on the side of like, look, most of the time you're going to be getting better cards, but nah, I genuinely do think like my thumbnail is literally just going to have the best beside Donovan Mitchell, because he's way too good to just leave, to just risk. He's way too good to risk for RNG. Like, if they're assuming there are agendas for this card, you need to beat the agendas. Like, do not leave this down to luck, whether or not you guys can get the freaking god point guard. Like, the only point guards that are better than him are takeover cards, and maybe Stephen Curry. And then when I say maybe Stephen Curry, I really mean maybe Stephen Curry. I think you can make a legitimate argument that if you want a rim runner, if you don't want a three-point shooter, if you're not a three hunter, and even you can make an argument, it's just fact that this card, the only thing that Steph Curry does better than is shoot from deep, because Steph Curry sliding to a jumper is still very glitchy. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Please do whatever you can to get this card. If you don't have the time, okay, that should be your only excuse, because if you let this card pass, you are going to regret it.